Good morning. Thank you again for joining me for our Course in Miracles lessons. We are on lesson 339 today, and that lesson states, I will receive whatever I request. No one desires pain, but he can think that pain is pleasure. No one would avoid his happiness, but he can think that joy is painful, threatening, and dangerous. Everyone will receive what he requests, but he can be confused indeed about the things he wants, the state he would attain. What can he then request that he would want when he receives it? He has asked for what will frighten him and bring him suffering. Let us resolve today to ask for what we really want, and only this, that we may spend this day in fearlessness, without confusing pain with joy or fear with love. And our prayer states, Father, this is your day. It is a day in which I would do nothing by myself, but hear your voice in everything I do, requesting only what you offer me, accepting only thoughts you share with me. And that is the end of lesson 339. I will receive whatever I request. There is a phrase, and I think it comes from the Course in Miracles, but wherever it comes from, it's useful. And that phrase is, I will to will thy will. And you could use it as a prayer as, Lord, I will to will your will. I will to will thy will. I choose to will the will that is my higher self, that is connected to the divine. I choose to choose the things that bring me true peace, true love, and true happiness. They may not come in the box, in the picture that we think that they will show up. But when we ask this, we know that the universe is going to acknowledge and provide. And we will be able to more effectively see how the things that we manifest are for our own peace. And so if we will to have peace in our work, we may walk in and they may fire us the next day. Now, we can choose to look at that as a trauma, or we can allow ourselves to see it through the eyes of the divine, and will more easily recognize that this was an opportunity rather than a punishment. It was the opportunity to step away from something that was no longer serving us into something that allows us to expand into whatever our highest and best is. And that may be an entrepreneurial role, or there may be another position opening somewhere that is much more suited to our divine values and plans. I hope that that makes sense. Okay, let's see what Tina Spalding channeled for us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. This sounds like insanity, does it not? That you would request something that would hurt you. What else are you doing when you overeat? For example, when you continually put food into a body that has had enough and thus causes it discomfort, you feel full. You have to unbutton your trousers. When you get on the scales, you see that you are 20, 30, or 40 pounds overweight. And then you blame the body. But you have gotten what you wanted. You have asked for this, and you have received it. What about when you're in love with those who are mean to you and you stay with them because you think you can save them? This is because many spiritual people do, because they think they are spiritual enough that they can change the person who's abusing them. That is why you always hear us say you must love yourself first and then share that love with others. Because when you love others before yourself, you can allow an abusive relationship to happen. Let me reread that line. When you love others before you love yourself, you can allow an abusive relationship to happen. What is an abusive relationship? It's your willingness to be in the company of things that are painful. That is what you want. That is why you stayed. That is why you're here or there. This is a very, very applicable lesson today. Today, review the things that you go after: addictive behaviors, or punishing partners, or underemployment. Look at the things you choose each day that make you miserable and ask why you're choosing that. Why are you continually saying, that will do, rather than deciding, actually, that's not good enough? I want to feel great. I want to feel empowered. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel loved and offer love. I want to experience joy. I'm going to stop choosing that unloving thing. Those choices come from the deeper levels of your mind. And of course, that is what A Course in Miracles works on. The superficial levels of your mind are easily accessed, but the deeper levels of your mind are not. Those deeper levels of your mind are damaged by untrue ideas and beliefs, indoctrinations, propaganda, and training from religious teachers and parents. Some of those things come from other incarnations, but they are only healable here. Do not worry about the other incarnations. Do your work here. Choose love. Choose higher frequency activities, higher frequency foods, higher frequency entertainments, and eventually you will be holding a frequency of love, joy, and peace. These teachings bring another aspect to that frequency scale. They allow you to rise above the dualistic world into the non dualistic world, where you are able to accept everything, no matter what comes your way, knowing that it is there to reveal something to you. Once again, acceptance does not mean that you are a doormat or that you allow yourself to be abused. It means that you are not constantly being tossed about on the waves of duality. It means you're above the battleground. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Similarly to what we said earlier, when we rise above, things may happen to us if we are still choosing love, but we're not going to get caught up in the drama of it. We're not going to get caught up in the blame game. We're not going to get caught up in the shame game. We're going to see it as an opportunity for us to learn something to further us on the path of love and joy and peace. This is a world that sort of resonates with duality, and it resonates with the contrast, and it resonates with helping us find what is not aligned with us. And so we don't have to look for those things. They're going to show up. We will, we often look for the stuff that's going to hurt us, and we're trying to be vigilant for those things that are going to hurt us. But be aware that they will show up for us, and then be aware that you are communicating with yourself, and you will feel off when those things that are not aligned with your highest and best show up for you. And it's not a punishment, and it's not a blame, and it's not a guilt. It's simply saying, hey, you're off the mark a little bit. Let's get back on your path. And then go look for those little markings on your trail that show you that you're on your course, whatever those happen to be. The universe is going to give you whatever you want. And sometimes we want something that is not in our best interest. And the universe will show us that and will give us that. But it will also give us an indication that it is not in our best interest, because we won't feel the sense of joy and peace and love that we thought it would bring for us. So just pay attention to those things and know that you can correct your path in any single moment. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.